what's been going on at the minute. Coronavirus. That's a thing that's happening right now.
Saying coronavirus, you're like, but saying COVID-19, then
I'm
you start
worried.
thinking
It
the
sounds
world's
like a
going to
nuke
get wiped
is about
out.
to get dropped. It's now in Northern Ireland. We don't have really anything to worry about. We don't have really anything to worry about.
Lose loved ones before their time.
It might be 2 weeks' time, it might be 4 months' time, it might be 12 months' time, who knows?
How on earth did it come to this?
The coronavirus pandemic started in China, spread to Europe, and had reached the UK by the end of January.
Boy, oh boy, we were wrong. Welcome back to the Clurb Podcast. Almost completely forgot what it was called there. I am one half of the hosts, Logan Kerr.
I am the other half, Aaron McRoberts.
And it's been 1 week since you looked at me. It's been a long time since the last podcast. I think it was the middle of March we posted the last one, talking about me getting engaged, you having glandular fever, and most importantly, the coronavirus.
Yeah, the hoax.
that thing we just did not think was a problem whatsoever.
That's
Boy, oh boy, we were incorrect. Coronavirus obviously hit Northern Ireland, as we told you in the last podcast, but we didn't realise how crazy things were going to go. We had a full 7-8 week lockdown, was it?
8 weeks. I think. No, actually, it might have been like 3 months or something, was it not?
Whatever he said. That length of time, people were off work, struggling with furlough pay and all that.
Yeah.
You didn't get any furlough pay because he was in between jobs at the time. So it's been a nightmare. My mum actually got coronavirus. My fiance Erin got coronavirus.
Yep.
Somehow, both of us did not get it. We tested negative. Absolutely slide past it. Even though I had been with Erin 24/7 when she got it, so it made no sense to me. But now we're healthy. We're in a sort of half lockdown again.
Yeah. Touch wood.
Yeah, let's hope it all just stays away. So what's been going on since for you over the lockdown time?
It's a good question. Well, it's just been playing the PlayStation through the whole, however long it's been, 3 months we'll say, just for the sake of
convenience.
That's because I've said it and I just want to stick to it now. But what did I do? I don't know. I didn't do much. Just PlayStation, and then I eventually got back into work. The place I just started was a place I was at before, and I missed the furlough like we were discussing there. I missed it I was 1 week away from getting it, which was very upsetting, but it doesn't really matter. So I suppose it's been
3 months without getting reimbursed by the company, which is so annoying.
But oh well.
I was lucky enough to still be in work and get furloughed, but it's just like that 3 months of just sitting in was such a nightmare. We had good weather, which was the pro.
That's the way. But we couldn't even properly go out in it.
You can't meet up with anyone. You can't like hang out. So very lackluster experience.
Yeah,
summer,
I was like, it's sunny.
Summer kind of flopped. There was a lot of just playing the PlayStation and like going out for like a walk. And that's about the extent of the lockdown exercise. I don't even think I skateboarded over the first lockdown.
No,
I
went out a couple times.
A bit more relaxed, but it was just ridiculous. So thankfully that's over. Hopefully, as we say, touch wood, nothing happens again. For me, during the lockdown period, I had dyed my hair and then shaved it all off.
Oh, look at you.
Right before the lockdown, I think I got a tattoo and it's all healed. But I haven't got any since. That's something that is new in your life.
I got two.
This is after the podcast, or after the lockdown.
Technically, yes.
After the last podcast, you can show them if you want.
Well, it's a bit revealing, that one, but I'll show it anyway. I got one right there. You can hardly see it.
A wee dog.
Wee woof. And then I got this one last week. Wee scorpion.
Looking fresh. Who gave you those?
Dave.
Can we free plug?
Dave Jackson tattoo. I felt like I got that wrong. I thought it was Dave Johnson for a second, but
Dave
it's Jackson.
Tattoo. So I have not yet booked in for any more, unfortunately. You had another
I
one
had
booked
another
in.
one for the 30th booked in, but
Then lockdown, again.
the circuit breaker.
lockdown.
What it is? Circuit breaker lockdown.
Is that what they're calling it? Rightio. Not an awful lot else happened. Actually, over this last lockdown that was going on there, I went out skateboarding and I sprained my wrist.
Oh yeah.
Not in any like normal way, like falling or like pushing off something, trying to save myself. No, I was just doing a normal trick, just a normal wee pop flip. That was it, just a wee nollie kick flip. And as I swung my arms back, I just heard it in my wrist, and it literally felt like I broke it. I thought I was gonna faint, so I just sat down and was trying not to boke. Went to A&E, and they told me I have sprained my wrist. And they told me there was a fracture in one of the bones that was not even sore at the time. So
I can see it. It looks manky.
My wrist is still really weird, and like it's also worse
Ugly.
now. He gave me a
really
wrist
nasty to look at.
a wrist splint, and I wore it for too long. And now this finger has no feeling in it, and the one beside it has like half feeling in it.
What?
So
you wore it too long?
Yeah, you're only supposed to wear it for like a couple of days, and I wore it for like a week and a bit.
Don't do that in front of me.
Yeah, I'm not.
That's terrifying.
I literally can't lift. Like that's the normal speed of my wrist movement, and then this one's like so slow, and you can hear it like clicking and popping.
Creaking.
So
That's actually what they use for doors in scary movies when they open it.
it is not good. It's not fun whatsoever, and I'm not enjoying it. It's now been 5 full days where I can't feel my middle finger.
That's very
It's
concerning.
very annoying.
Sounds
And I
like you
went
got
back.
white finger.
I went back to the hospital, and they were like, "Yeah, you just wore your wrist splint for too long. Just do these exercises, and the exercises ache, and it
Just do
doesn't
these
help.
exercises, and we
Doesn't-
won't have to amputate your fingers.
Doesn't help. It is actually so bad. So that's what I'm dealing with at the minute.
Well, I don't have to. I actually know I'm dealing with a rolled ankle at the minute. A very common thing for me because I just love it. I just love doing it.
Absolute rolled
It
ankle
always seems to
fanatic.
be a trade flip. But
Uh,
I think I've rolled my ankle about 3 times this year, and like I rolled this last Saturday. I still can't skate until like probably about another 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah, it's
And-
Friday now, so that's almost a full week ago. It was
Yeah.
rolled, and it's still like purple and dodgy.
Ugly. And it even see before that, how many? I don't know how many weeks it was before I rolled my ankle, but it was like they weren't that far apart. I don't think maybe like a month in between it.
Yeah, it's probably just piggybacking
Actually, no, it
off
might
the
have
first
been-
one.
I know. I'm back to fully okay with it. So, and my ankle was still not all the way down to like the same size as the other one.
I don't
And
think your ankles will ever be the same
Nah,
again.
probably
If you
not.
look at his right foot compared to his left foot, it just looks like it's a
Nasty.
big globe around it where the ankle should be.
Yeah.
It's so bad, and the color of it,
Smuggling golf balls.
dodgy purpley yellow color. But that's as far as it's been so far. Like there's literally nothing else going on. We've been trapped in the homes for so goddamn long.
I think it's been like a year of this as well. Nearly, it's pretty nuts.
Yeah, it is wild. During the lockdown, I actually forgot I left my old job. So after
Whoa.
starting back, left the job, and now I'm currently unemployed and working my way into another job. So hopefully I can get into that before another serious lockdown happens, because that will be working from home, and life will just be easy.
I'm sure they'll just still give it to you if it's working from home.
Yeah, probably.
What else did we talk about in the last podcast?
I got engaged. I didn't really give that much of a dramatic, and we watched it back before we recorded this one. It was very lackluster. So
Yeah. Sorry about that.
thanks, Aaron, for saying yes.
All right,
That's
yes.
something. And yeah, sorry about the podcast being a bit dull. That was more
I was
so the
actually
point.
apologizing to them, but Aaron said yes. Sorry about that, guy.
Sorry, Aaron.
Ladies out
So
there.
sorry you had to say yes. But I'm very, very fortunate, and I've actually been living that whole lockdown with Aaron. So we're only a couple streets away from where we are now, my mum's house. So it was very easy to sort of like visit family during the lockdown and like wave through the window and bring shopping if we can. It was just so strange. Like I've never seen anything like that, like Tesco and all, like being split in half, and there's like this queuing system that you had to go through, and like everyone's wiping their hands down and wearing masks, and it was just wild, really, really wild. Obviously we don't have it as bad as other places, but it was so strange. Oh, also my granny and granda were in that loop of getting it as well. My granny tested positive. My granda tasted negative. Tested
He gave it a wee taste. He didn't really like it that much, so he just put it back.
Tested negative. So he's grand. My grandfather's grand. What are the odds? But my granny is just finally recovering.
What a grandfather. She
went outside for the first time in like 17 days yesterday.
What, your granny?
Yeah. Because of this whole, like, you have to isolate yourself, I know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, doing the test, that was a wee bit of a nightmare.
Yeah, I didn't really
You had to cotton swab your own nose and throat. And I definitely...
Not in that order.
Yeah, throat then nose. I definitely didn't do it right. I was like...
It's probably why it came back negative.
Said you're only supposed to go in, like, a couple inches into your nose. I was like...
In your nose?
Digging way back into the like cavities and where my fucking sinuses
I was
are.
unlocking memories back there.
I'm moving my eyes. What the hell? But it was god awful, and we even trying to get a test booked was a nightmare for us. We had to go to Newry to get it, so that was annoying. And then
really
trying
handy.
to find the test centre as well was another whole battle. We were just ready for leaving. Just didn't care if we had coronavirus or not.
I'm taking these 2 weeks.
I'm just taking it off. But thankfully, we are healthy. My family are on the track to health again. My mum's back to work. My granny's leaving the house again. Stefan, my brother, he lives with my mum and is completely immune as well. Has no symptoms.
Good blood. That's what it is.
That care blood keeps you safe. I don't know what happened to you.
Great
You
care.
just got very lucky.
That's
all our kissing.
I got very lucky. Yeah, I suppose. Avoided it, didn't I?
Yeah.
Fucking weasel my way around that.
We also haven't been able to go back to jiu-jitsu now. It's something we spoke about briefly in the last one, was about starting to do jiu-jitsu a bit more seriously and videoing our processes, which we had been doing after the lockdown eased, and once again we're back in it. So the gyms had to close, the tattoo parlors closed, pubs and all that closed, but retail still good. You can still go shop for
Center.
clothes.
You can get Skechers, that's all I know.
Thank God. Thank goodness. It's just really random, so hopefully we can survive.
It was really bad, the whole, like, the jiu-jitsu thing, I was going to say, because we were like, we took 2 weeks off for isolating, and I was like busting to go back again, and now we can't.
It's so frustrating. For another 4 weeks at least, that's what we've been told.
But you got clips of it you can probably add on if you wanted to.
Yeah, that's fair. I can chuck a couple jiu-jitsu clips in of us doing drills at least, because we do have some of us quote unquote competing against each other. But I think the quick clips will be a bit more
not for me though, because
entertaining.
my ankle was rolled, remember?
I don't know, so it was
that's why I was
in
filming
jiu-jitsu with a rolled ankle, and I was also in jiu-jitsu with a weird, my wrist was sore anyway, so my hands have just
don't back away.
What's wrong? It's been a hard time for injuries recently. We also wrote out a bunch of questions, just random generated topics, just to get us back into the flow of podcasting again. Mm-hmm. So we're just going to pick them from my Vans hat.
Don't be looking at it, you just looked at it.
Oh god, you pick it first. Yeah, sure, why not? It doesn't really matter because we're going to answer them anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
So we also wrote these in shorthand, so Aaron just read the stupid the stupid way he wrote it.
Who you talking to? Who do you talk to most? That's what this one was.
Who
you talk to?
Who do you talk to the most? Well, for me, it's quite easy. Erin. I speak to her every day because I am with her every day, so it's not hard. Outside of Erin, it would probably be you or my mum. And that's about it.
Yeah, we've got the same three people, you know.
My mum, Erin, and me.
And me. No, I don't know. Probably be you. And that's full stop.
Me?
Yeah, sadly.
Why me?
Because no one else likes me, and I just need you. Joking. Matthew probably as well.
Wait, what about me?
As well, I said. Jesus.
All right.
And then obviously the fam.
The fam bam.
Yeah.
Wham bam. Thank you, fam. Next question. Have you ever considered moving to a different country based on the climate? My answer for this, simple answer, yes. Over the summer is great, having the warm weather, but I 100% believe in seasonal depression, and this miserable rainy winter that we're already starting into is just sad, and I would love to just be somewhere where I don't have to worry about that. A wee bit of rain's nice.
I could get depression from something else.
I have so much in me already. I don't need weather piling on top. So anywhere that's just dry, you can get out skating when you want to, not when weather permits, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I would say probably America would just be the easiest answer.
Australia is somewhere, I don't know what it's like rain wise over there, but it's pretty funky and warm. And
funky.
I would like to go to Australia. Go ahead, pick another
question. One.
Yeah, why not? Oh. Keep her lit. My wrist. I tried to throw that.
Yes,
and
I got this one.
What one?
I hate your cut, G. Which is a haircut that you didn't enjoy getting.
So the worst. Have you ever had a bad haircut?
Yes, I had a very bad haircut. I
Tell
did
us
not
when.
enjoy it at all. Actually, when? There's a few times. We'll go from the
most recent.
The earliest bad haircut when I was in secondary school, and I went into a Turkish barber's for the first time. You know, just going to be like, all right, I'm gonna go ask for something nice. I'm gonna get like a 2 back and sides and just we trim on the top. You know,
make me look like this picture.
Make me look like that guy. But yes, went in, asked for a 2 back and sides, and then just to trim the top. And the guy was like, "Are you sure?" And I was like, "Yes, please. A 2 back and sides, and just trim the top."
I know my order.
And he was like, "Really? You just want 2 back and sides?" And then like, I don't know. I couldn't fully understand what he was saying because he was, obviously he was from a different country, but that was completely understandable. That there might be a little bit of a dialect
translation barrier.
So I was like, all right, I'm sure he knows what I'm talking about. And then he started going, and then he went like right over the top of my head, like something out of a movie. And I just looked in the mirror and I just saw it happening, and my face just went so red. And I was like, no, he's just done me. He's just done me like that.
I hate your cut, G.
I was like, oh god, that miserable crippled me, because I was like, the first sweep was just straight over the top, and there was no disguising what you could do next. It was like he was like, all right, I'm gonna do this out of badness. If he doesn't like it initially, I'm just going for it, full send, touching every bit of hair.
No, it makes it worse. You had to pay for it at the end.
Yeah. And then he kept going, and I was like, oh Jesus, please just be done with it.
Please leave me alone.
Could you go backwards?
Put it back to 1.
But yes, that was horrible, and it was just 2 all over. That was the worst looking thing.
That's hard.
Oh god, I don't even know. I can't even remember exactly how it looked. I just know it was horrible. There was another time, I think my dad's cut my hair twice, you know.
This is I
think he cut
the
it
first time
in secondary school as well.
Oh god.
But
did he not learn?
No. Apparently not. He didn't do his research. But the first time that he cut it looked like something that Hitler had. I swear to God. He went like really short around the sides and the back, and then the top was just like fucking
big quiff.
Just flopped down. ready to, I don't know, rule Germany in whatever year it was. Then the most recent one was again my dad cutting it.
What a hero.
Trying to go for the same sort of thing, but this time he had no guard on the
razor.
The shaver thing.
In fairness, everyone went through their quarantine haircut phase,
Yes.
so
that's the reason why.
It's not only your fault.
It was too long.
All the barbers and hairdressers were closed, and it was
it wasn't my fault. It was my dad's fault.
Right, sorry. It's such a long period of time that people were just growing out mass amounts of hair.
Yep.
I was very fortunate over quarantine because Erin was able to do mine from the garage, and at that time she dyed my hair, shaved the sides and back, and then whenever I was finished with the dyed hair, we just shaved it all off and grew it out as normal, and this is it starting to come back to normality.
That is his hair.
That's my hair. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that before. That's my hair. For me, my worst haircut was when I was a wee bipper. I was in primary school. God help me and my brother, because we both had the same haircut. We young blonde boys starting school with a full bowl cut the whole way around from eyebrows to the back of the head. It was revolting.
Level?
Yeah, completely. Like, you could have used me to measure wood. That made no sense. It was so bad, and like obviously when you're young it sort of looks cute, but like going to school with that, it was a sad time.
Were you aware that you?
I knew it was bad because everyone else had different hair. Then I got a lot of free reign with haircuts. Like my dad shaved our heads the whole way right down to skin, so we had that for a while. I had like a mohawk getting into the older years of primary school. And then secondary school comes round, and I decide to grow my hair out into like what can only be described as an elongated Bieber haircut at the time.
Right,
so everyone had their like fringe over their eye, and it was like growing out a fair bit in the back and sides. But mine just went wee bit longer in all dimensions. Oh, it was miserable. I don't know how anyone let me leave the house. I looked so greasy. I looked awful.
I look greasy.
And that's the extent of it. Ever since then, I've brushed up my hairstyles a wee bit. I now don't care. Like I'm willing to just shave everything off and start fresh if I have to, because I've done it before. So that's the worst haircuts that I've had.
It's fair.
There was actually one time a barber was doing what they refer to as tram lines. So it's just like cutting like a design into the side of your hair.
Yeah.
But it was just 2 lines, and he did it so hard that he cut my head and I started bleeding. And I was like a young kid, and
don't sweat a kid, it's just hair dye.
I never went back to that same barber's, and it was so bad. I was traumatized, and I never got those tram lines cut into my hair ever again. I just didn't want him to open up my skull like he did the first time, you know. I'm gonna grab another haircut. I'm gonna grab another haircut here. Alright, how many people's birthdays do you know off the top of your head? I want you to go first, because I reckon I've got a good few.
I don't. That's mine. 31st of October. Right. So.
Well, I need to get that one off my list because I don't remember.
Start with yours. It's in March.
Mm-hmm.
On the 2nd.
Well done. Good job.
Is Aaron's the 16th of January?
Incorrect.
What?
It's not right.
Then what? 18th?
Nope.
26th.
Close. 25th.
25th. Was a joke, Aaron. I knew. Matthew's is the 10th of December.
I didn't know.
I knew it.
That one's for you, Matt.
That's only because he, for some reason, didn't let anyone know his birthday for like years. I don't think anyone knew it in secondary school, and then like someone found out on Facebook or something. And yeah, everyone knew it from then.
Crazy. What about mums and dads, sisters, granny, granddad?
My mum and dad are both born in March and married in March.
That's convenient.
Rebecca's a 20. Oh, I'm getting it mixed up. I'm getting it mixed up with the Curtis's. I think Rebecca's is the 27th of August, and Curtis is the 24th. Or it could be the way around. But my mum and dad's birthday. Alright. It's in March, 100%.
Alright, you've established the month.
Oh, Jesus. It's getting really warm in here.
I was going to say, remember that red face you had in the barbers? It's starting to come back.
don't know. I'm not gonna guess.
1 and 2.
That one day, and they're in between them.
I know. Mine, 2nd of March. Yours, 31st of October.
Yeah.
Halloween.
That's right.
Erin's and Amy's is the 25th of January.
Ah, yes. Well.
Connor Shaw's.
Involved. Let me guess that first. Never mind, I didn't say that. Cut that out.
19th of May.
Yes.
My mum's
Wait,
is...
now? Add this in. 19th of May.
Oh, yes, you're right. My mum's is the 18th of April. Stefan's, 17th of September.
Mm-hmm.
My dad's is the 3rd of August. Jamie, my youngest brother, is the 4th of the 3rd. I think.
What's the 3rd?
And Charlie's, March, 2 days after me. And Charlie's, the older brother from Jamie, is the 4th of the 5th, I'm pretty sure.
So, yeah.
Which, it's very weird that like the patterns in my families. Mine's like 2, 3, his is 4, 5. I think one of my cousins is 5, 6, and then the other cousin is like 6, 7 day month. Crazy. And that's all I can think of right this moment. But I know my family.
We're gonna show off. What about my mum and dad, huh? Do you know that?
March 13th. No, just... Go
I'll
ahead.
be sweating if you know it.
Grab another question.
What sports do we watch or
Enjoy watching.
Enjoy watching, I'll say that.
Do you want to start it off? Our answers are probably going to be very similar.
Yes.
Football.
Well, yeah, man. American?
Nope.
So
Soccer.
Yeah, well, I like to watch some couldn't think of some lie. Well, I usually just see like UFC clips on Facebook or just on YouTube or something, and then I'd watch it. And it's not really. I don't know.
Seeking out to watch it.
Yeah, but I was like, if I hit it or saw it, I would just watch it and watch the entirety of it.
I've started watching it a lot more, the UFC, because of starting jiu-jitsu. But I did also, before that, just go to people's like house parties when there's a fight on, and would sit up and watch it. So I really do enjoy watching the UFC. Another one for me is skateboarding competitions, like SLS. Obviously, there's none of that going on at the minute, but I could rewatch the old years SLSs over and over again. I actually have done that, so it's just so enjoyable. It just makes you lose hope in your own abilities.
Yep, that's very true. Remember that time we watched that the Night Escape part at your house party?
It just made me so... Yeah, I just had it on the TV while everyone was just
class.
Vibing. Way before coronavirus.
Yeah.
That sounded really suspicious. That sounded so sus there.
White sus.
I'm white sus. Another sport that I enjoy watching, basketball.
You're gonna say Among Us.
Gameplay videos on YouTube. Among Us. Wow, why'd you make me say that?
Yes. Among Us.
Watching basketball, I don't like. As you said with UFC, I don't set out to watch it. Like figure out which matches are on.
You on court.
But again, I would enjoy watching it if it is on. Another one I love to go and see is ice hockey. Oh, it's just very satisfying. Watching like clips of it is great, and then seeing it in person is also great.
I feel like I could watch any sport in person, to be honest.
Yeah.
Bar golf. That'd be pretty boring.
Bar swimming.
Nah, that'd be really intense. Go on, Michael Phelps, go on. I don't know. Any other swimmers?
I think that's the height of my sporting knowledge.
I wouldn't.
I don't even watch like the Olympics or anything.
I've seen it. I've seen them a couple times. Just a couple times.
Just a couple times. Just once or twice.
The days off.
What genre of movies, or just what type of movies do you not enjoy? Jesus, this chair sounds like it's gonna cave in.
Yeah.
For me, I don't really watch like the old black and white like slapstick movies, or like just like that's more comedy. But I mean, just old movies, I'm just not into.
No.
Haven't watched any of. This is gonna get hate.
Yeah, you're gonna get.
I haven't watched any of the Avengers. I haven't watched any of the Marvel Universe.
Wars.
Oh no, I have. I've watched like Guardians of the Galaxy. I haven't watched Star Wars. Just can't be bothered. Like I know they're good. I know they're definitely good, and I would enjoy them if I could be bothered watching them. But I just can't. We cancel that one again. But I'm not saying that I wouldn't enjoy them had I watched them, but I haven't.
It just doesn't bother his arse.
I cannot
watch
like that. 3 months of lockdown, didn't watch a single Marvel movie.
You should. They're good.
I know I should have.
They're
You,
good,
you
man.
did. I think you rewatched.
I rewatched them all. Well, most of them. All the ones that are on Disney Plus. And I was watching The Mandolin as well. That was good. Yeah,
Mandalorian?
The Mandalorian. Mandolin.
Mandolin's an instrument.
I went to play it completely wrong there.
I know.
I was picturing like a violin or something, and then I was
man,
gonna
the
start
violin?
picking it. Anyway.
Movies you don't enjoy?
Well, I don't know. Probably like really fucking boring rom-com ones.
I thought you were gonna
Really
say like,
just generic
romance,
ones.
Western romance.
Well, some movies that are good would be like labeled as romance. I think Yes Man's a romance.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's what Netflix has it down as. But some really
Over
Oh, God.
This is a flip on the question, but over lockdown I watched Truman Show for the first time and it was incredible. I knew it was good. It's one of those things like people
big ups Jim Carrey.
People recommend movies to me and I'll be like, I'll watch it at some point. And that one I finally got round to watching. Like I still haven't seen Pulp Fiction, and my mate Daryl from Tech.
It's alright.
When was I in Tech? About 5-6 years ago. He told me to watch Pulp Fiction then, and I still haven't watched it. But Truman Show was so good, and now it's making me question every movie I've turned down. Now that I can't remember them.
Yes.
Horror movies, don't really watch them often.
Horror movies.
I
Good.
do enjoy them, but I just don't watch them often.
Yeah, you should watch them more.
We have been watching more.
Yeah, well,
We have.
more.
Might be scaring the life out of
I
Aaron.
have to be there for Logan because he gets so
I
scared.
just don't. I can't do it myself. Go ahead.
Okay.
Oh,
Two left.
Two left, one each. How good?
John, yours now.
Nope.
Tough. What's the last meal you cooked?
Go for it. Or are you asking me?
Well, it's a question for the both of us.
The last meal that Aaron and I prepared.
That's not the question.
Alright, but we cooked it together, but I was the lead
that's fair.
instigator. It was a loaded fry, or the term for it that we have heard is a powerful fry, found
Powerful.
at local watering hole bootleggers, and it's basically fries, potato and sweet potato. Cook them, chuck in some bacon, some onions, some chorizo, and then you cover it all in cheese, and then cover it in it's called saucy sauce. That's what we bought in Tesco, and it's basically ketchup and mayo.
Mayonnaise,
So it's like
yeah,
Thousand Island
sauce,
or whatever it's
yeah.
called.
I said about that to Matthew. That
so
ketchup
good.
and mayonnaise mixed together is class. And he was like, "Ugh, you're sick."
The first time I
Oh.
ever tried it was in Italy. Yes, on the school trip, and all their toasties and stuff were served with it in the wee resort that we were in.
The way you said that made it sound like I
on a
was
school-
doubting you.
on a school trip.
Yes,
remember?
on the school trip.
So that was the first time trying it, and then I completely forgot about it until the other day, and it was a very good meal. Really enjoyed it. What about you? What'd you cook?
I honestly,
Egg.
I don't know.
One egg.
Egg. I cook egg. I can't remember what the last thing. I haven't cooked anything in a long period.
You just water.
I just water. Yeah, I just cook some water, boil it over the stove. Nah, I think alright. Mostly, I would if I were to make a lunch, it would be pasta and tuna or something like that.
Like that.
Or
I
don't
mean,
know.
that is a lunch. That's a meal you're making.
but I haven't made that in ages.
Oh.
Usually, I just go to the canteen and buy something.
That's fair.
And then I'd come home, and then my mother, that I'm very grateful for, would make me dinner.
Big ups to Donna,
Yep, go on, Donna.
even though you can't remember your birthday.
Wow, that threatened, didn't you? Couldn't let that slide. You think I'm not gonna get enough stick from her?
All right, last question. I don't know why this one had to be the last one. It was, where did you get everything you're wearing? So, start it off, homie. Obviously, it's the charity shop.
I picked it up from the charity shop. Yes. Nah, I got this on. I can't even remember. I think it was.
I want it.
Actually, you know what? I can't even remember what it was. It might have
Flat
been
spot.
Route 1. It was meant to be on Route 1. They kept advertising it, and it's sold out. And it's like they don't have any. Oh yeah, it's just sold out. There's no sizes for it. So I was looking it up, and I really wanted it, and I've been looking for it for ages, and I found it on a really random website. Slapped some money on it, hoped for the best, and then it came. So I was like, yeah,
Happy days.
go me.
How about the rest? You got some good old skate shoes on you.
Got some genies. Oh, yes, well,
Where'd you get
I'll get to the bottom.
We start
I'll get to
on
the bottom of
top,
this.
right
Actually, my toupee. I got my jeans from Top Man, I think. I don't know where it was. Top Man. Yeah, it's Top Man. I keep wanting to call it Top Shop.
Top Shop Man.
Top Shop Man. It's the Top Shop, and never. That's a dumb joke. Top Man. I got them from, and my shoes. They're the Niger ones. As you see, it says SB, I think, on that side.
Yep.
See my ankle.
Jesus, I bet you that picked it up as
It's
well.
not the old one. Don't worry. I don't.
Sounded awful.
I'd be screaming if it was the other one, but I got the Niger. Free 2 or something out there.
Couldn't tell you.
Like
Never
free as in FREE, not 3 as in the number.
Gotcha.
Emphasis on the not the but yes. And they're not bad. I quite enjoy them. Very comfortable, I must say.
What about skating in them?
At the beginning was very awkward because they felt so spongy at the back. Like I don't hardly ever heel flip. I mean by that I mean I don't like doing heel flips. But
That's how you rolled the ankle the
that's
first
how.
time?
Yep, I think it's exactly how. Well, I was trying to do it again after it was fully healed, and it just felt like I was hitting it off like a block of cheese I was standing on or something. It just felt weird. Like I had a massive layer of hard skin or something.
Big callus.
A big callus at the bottom of my heel. But yeah, that's the drip.
Fit the drip check. A hat from Route 1. Aaron got me that the other day. Much enjoy. This is a Santa Cruz t-shirt. You would think from some skate shop. No, Urban Outfitters on their like last chance to buy rail. So I just grabbed it and it fits and it wasn't ripped.
Urban Outfitters.
These trousers, they're a story. They're from Under Armour.
Oh, forgot about this journey.
But I didn't buy them from Under Armour. They all stemmed from a pair of trousers that Aaron has that are North Face and have seemed to have disappeared off the face of the earth. We've looked up anything descriptive about them and can't find it. We typed in the percentage of fabrics that they've been made from, and that's the only way I could find trousers like this.
Yep.
They're still not even right, but I'm happy with how these came out. Limited edition you've got. I don't even know what happened.
I can't remember what they're called, like Gore-Tex or something out there. It's so weird.
So strange, and no matter what we've typed in, we can't find them anywhere, so...
But I'm glad I got them. Very comfortable.
It's so unfair. I have a necklace that Aaron got me. Can't remember the name of the website. Van socks, probably. Yep, Van socks, and
I got Tesco's
some
socks.
slip-on Nike shoes, because
Janusks.
I can't skate these because they're too big, but they're very comfortable, very easy to get on. See what I mean? See what I mean?
That was so easy to get on.
That is my underwear. Calvin Klein.
I don't know. My F and F.
Fuff.
I'll
Emphasis on the, not the.
I don't know what you came out of your mouth there.
Fuff.
Or I was gonna make the joke of saying authentic apparel, but it's dead now because he just fucking
Upped you.
yeah.
Fuff. That's all the questions we have written down. I think we're going to call it quits there for the first podcast back after the post-COVID scene. Where can the people find you off the podcast?
Forgot we done this. Instagram. Cold Beve. Cold_Beve. 2 V's. And that's it. No, all lowercase.
Here's my phone number.
07.
You can find me on Instagram at LoganCare22. You can follow the podcast at the Clurb Podcast.
I didn't shout that out. I forgot about
That's
that.
fine. I think it's just the Clurb Podcast on Instagram. I've also been making TikToks under the same LoganCare22. So check that out as well.
You shouldn't. They're really cringy.
They're great.
Have you ever seen his furries?
Worse than his. So bad. Thanks so much for watching and bearing with us during these troubling times.
Oh yes. Well, they weren't really bearing with us.
I mean,
what he's trying to say is goodbye. Bye.